itchy or scratchy on my face, and that's weird, but it's okay. Because the point is there's a message, and I am hoping to do a live tomorrow. My last video, I talked about, the inner child that witnesses domestic violence in the home and how helpless that child can sometimes be, thinking there's something extra they can do. There's something extra they should have done. There's something extra that they could have said or informed of, to make sure that this situation would go away. And sometimes when we are exposed to that behavior, we grow up with the guilt of not doing things that we thought we should have done. And it's not our guilt. Sometimes it's not our bag. But I would love to jump on tomorrow with a live to talk about a different part of domestic violence. I want to kind of unpack what it looks like, how it affects us, what we go through, what's happening, how we feel. Hey, Charles. Thanks for joining the live. I'm going to be quick tonight because I really, really want us to jump on tomorrow with our thoughts. I'm going to be on tomorrow at about maybe 6:30. I'm going to jump on a live, and I want us to discuss this. I want us to chat about what domestic violence looks like, how it makes us feel, what we feel when we feel defeated. And then once we unpack that, I really, really want us to go over some resources, because there are things that we can do to help us. And domestic violence isn't limited to just physical abuse. It's sometimes mental and emotional abuse. Sometimes the person we love the most is the person that can hurt us with the most. And sometimes they're able to hurt us with our own secrets, because sometimes we share things with the people that we love, the things that are hurting us. And later on down the line, during the relationship, in an argument or in a conversation or in some cynical joke, they get to tell us about ourselves and make us see what they truly think of us. And then there's no way up. Sometimes there's no way up from that. Sometimes we feel like, I love this person, and even if there is domestic violence attached to this relationship, I'm in love, and I can love them enough for them to love me till this situation stops. And that's not always the case. It's not always the case. When we think that we can love someone past their pain, that will prevent them from enforcing or forging their pain onto us. So if you guys are available tomorrow, I would really like for you guys to join the live. It's me, Beth B, the Beth B Shift. We will be on tomorrow at 6:30. Please join me here for the live. I would really like to hear the insight of people who are actually, whether you encountered it, you were exposed to it, and some of us who are experiencing it right now, we're safe with our words, because we really don't want people to know that we're in the space that we're in. We don't want people to know that we're suffering at the hand of another person because we love them, and we really don't want to tell on them, because if we do, then we may be forced to make a choice. But that's not what this is about. The Beth B Shift is not about making you or forcing you to make choices today. The Beth B Shift is about exposing the truth, sharing the truth about lived experiences, and how those lived experiences, whether they're negative or positive, how they affect us. And if they're affecting us in a negative way, how we can take one step at a time to move forward, to be better, or be in a better situation than we are right now. So I hope. Hey, is that Elisa? Thank you for joining the live. Who says, what are you talking about, Unc? Is someone calling me an Unc? Because I hope I don't look like an Unc. But I hope you guys can join the live tomorrow. I would really appreciate if you guys would join the live. Join the live tomorrow at 6:30. Beth B Shift. I'll be here. I hope to see you here with some positive feedback, or just feedback in general, so that we can share with people who are looking for light at the end of the tunnel in their situation as it pertains to domestic violence. And even if you are unaware even if you don't know and you've never been exposed. Alyssa, Alyssa, and you said my name wrong, by the way. Is it Alyssa? Is that correct? I'm waiting for you to. Oh, you're so pretty. Thank you, Shakura Whitney. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, you got it right this time. Thank you. I was hoping I did because that's the last thing I want to do is mispronounce somebody's name because you know, you can talk to people. My name is what it is, and people always mispronounce my name. I refer to myself as Beth. My name is Tabitha, and people like to call me Tabitha, Tabitha. It's very weird. So I apologize, Alyssa. I would never want to mispronounce your name because our name is our first thing. Our name is who we are. It's a part of our identity. Hello, Easton. Thank you for joining the live. But our identity is attached to us. Girl, you so pretty. Oh, thank you. How do I say this? Eland? Elland. I hope I'm saying it correctly. But I really hope you guys can join the live tomorrow. I'm looking to come on tomorrow because I really, really want to talk about this. I know there are spaces where people don't want to talk about domestic violence. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to discuss it. They want to just let it hide in the shadows and they want to deal with what they're dealing with because it's their problem and their problem alone. But I promise you, the Beth B Shift is about talking about these hard conversations so that we can get the message to the people who really, really need it because there, like I said before, there's physical, mental, and emotional abuse. The emotional part is the part that nobody wants to talk to. Do I listen to Ariola Grande? Occasionally. I do sometimes. So, well, Alyssa's actually my mom saying, but my name is Maze. Okay. So where'd you get Maze from? Because I got Beth. Beth is a derivative of my name, and it's a fresh, a new beginning for me. So I refer to myself as Beth now, as opposed to Tabitha, but it's part of my name. What homosexual placed me in timeout? What does that mean? Is that Jat02? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm trying to share with everyone else that is here that if you guys please join the live tomorrow, 6:30. The Beth B Shift. We will be here to talk about some really hard conversations that I think that some of us can benefit from. Because some of us are still suffering, some of us are hiding in the shadows, and some of us have just checked out altogether. So I hope you guys can be here tomorrow. Thank you for joining the live tonight. And as always, you guys know, suffering from what? Suffering from mental, physical, and emotional abuse that is a part of domestic violence. That's what I would like for us to talk about. Hello, Jackson. Thank you for joining the live. I want to talk about the hard conversation. I want to talk about the things that people are afraid to talk about or the things that people are hiding. I want to unpack some of those things. Am I going to pray for them? I most certainly can. If that's what they want, I can do that too. Yes. Because don't forget, we're two. If you do believe, I don't know if you're asking me because you are a believer or you're not a believer, but I am a believer. And I believe where two or three are gathered together and we pray and we ask God to be a part of the conversation, I believe He'll come in and He will be as helpful as possible. That I do believe. So, yes, Jack, if someone needs me to pray, that's exactly what the Bible says. None of Beth's opinions, but what the Bible actually says. And I'm here for it. But I do want to unpack what people are going through so that if someone hears or sees something, that they'll be able to learn from another person's experience. I can't be here tomorrow because I have school at the same time. What time is school out? Alyssa. Yeah, Jack, it would be love for you to be here, please. Please try to be here. And Jax, if you're here, I hope you'll join in the prayer if we need to. What do you think? You think you can help me out with that? Thank you so much. And Alyssa, I hope you can make it. I mean, if you tell me what time it is, time you get out of school, maybe we can push it back a test or two, but let me know. Because if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, I would love to have you here. Because I know people are going through some things. Some of us are being met with the challenge of trying to unpack some of the things that are happening in our lives that hurt our feelings. And sometimes our feelings are no longer valid because there's no one to tell us that we're being heard. You get out of school at 5, so the live doesn't start till 6:30. Do you think you'll be able to make it, Alyssa? God will never put us through more than we can bear. But we have to pray to Him, right? Right, Jack? We have to ask God to come in. We have to ask God to come in and be a part of the situation, so that when we're unpacking and when we're learning and we're sharing, right? God can give us some guidance, and one of us can share our experience and give guidance. Because I've seen domestic violence firsthand. I've seen it emotionally, I've seen it physically, I've seen it verbally, which is one of the worst. Verbally hurts the worst. That's the first attack. That's where a person uses words to kind of destroy your self-esteem, push you down, and make you feel like you're unworthy, make you feel like you're not good enough to be heard or be seen. So the live starts at 6:30. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Elan. The live starts at 6:30. And thank you, Alyssa, for saying I am so pretty. I appreciate you for that. But I hope you can be here tomorrow. I would really like you to share whatever parts you know. And sometimes you're not the victim. Sometimes you aren't the person that's dealing with the domestic violence yourself. Maybe you know a friend, maybe you know a family member, somebody that can benefit from this message. Because domestic violence is a real thing. Domestic violence really happens, and it's sad when it does, because people want, we rely on law enforcement oftentimes to come in and save the day. The unfortunate thing is, the police can only stay around for a little bit. They can't stay there and babysit the situation. They come, they see what's going on, they disrupt it, they set a few demands, and then they leave. And that's how some of us get hurt. So that's the purpose of my conversation tomorrow. So I hope you guys can be here tomorrow at 6:30. I'm going to start the live on time, and that's going to be the subject. And I won't come with the script. I won't come with any special words. I'll say hello, and then I'll share a few of my experiences with some of the things I've seen, and then we'll unpack it there if you guys are willing. And if so, I hope that this information is shared, right? We all like, share, and subscribe it, and give it to someone who can actually benefit from it. I'm so sorry, but I have to leave the stream because I have to do something with my mom, who quit my mom. So, bye, you're so pretty. Bye. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow at 6:30, and have fun in school. And the rest of you guys, if you could be here tomorrow at 6:30, that would be really, really cool. I'm going to start the live on time. Again, this is the Beth B Shift. Remember, when I jump on, I'll expect you guys to be here. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for listening and chiming in. And until we see each other again, stay grounded.